Good afternoon. It's Friday. Here it is. Here's Ann again in my own kitchen. Coming back to you to do a little bit of Friday Night Live with some cooking and some fun tips for you. So hopefully we'll have somebody pop on live with us so that we know they're here and we can get started. But today's kind of a fun day because today happens to be our daughter's 24th birthday. So, you know, the cocktail cooking queen, Stephanie, she'll be on in a minute. But one of the traditions in our house is getting to pick what you want for your favorite birthday meal today. So what Stephanie chose is really Midwest comfort cooking. So what we're doing is a recipe called Grandma's Sour Cream Swiss Steak. We're also doing a sweet and sour spinach salad with steamed green beans, mashed potatoes, and then two quick things. She's a strawberry pie person instead of a cake girl for her birthday, and some fast homemade bread. So everything I'm making, honestly, I think is in our family cookbook. So you can see why it's a birthday meal. So Second Harvest, we still have some. So for those of you that were asking last week, yes, I still have them. Yes, I will send them. I think with media mail, it's like $19, or if you're local, they're $16. But it's pictures too, so you can see different ideas of things that are in here. But before I do that, I want to share a couple of things that we're doing. So the sour cream Swiss steak recipe is a recipe that you dredge in a mixture of flour, salt, and pepper. And you can use round steak, or you can use minute steaks. I had to look at Stephanie and go, what name am I thinking of? So you could use minute steak. So I've shown these before, but I absolutely love our coating trays because it just keeps the mess. So I will actually dredge the pieces of minute steak right in here. And then you heat up a good skillet that will give you a good sear, and you brown both sides at a pretty high temperature before you add some onions and mushrooms and water, and then turn it way back down and let it simmer. So I thought what would be something different that I haven't really talked about is cookware, and what cookware do you need at your house? And this year Pampered Chef did this little quiz. So what cookware do I need? And it asks you all kinds of questions, and then it leads you to our 4 lines of cookware. So I'll touch on them quickly. Non-stick cookware, stainless steel non-stick, which is what I'm going to do the sour cream Swiss steak in tonight, a rock crock, or the cast iron skillets. So I'll touch on all 4 quick, and then maybe that'll help you figure out what it is that you really need that you would like to use. And it's fun seeing people on here. Oh my gosh. So first on the list was non-stick, and I want to tell you a little shortcut I'm doing tonight. So I mentioned mashed potatoes and steamed green beans. And you guys, this is a pot, a 4-quart pot with a steamer on top that is from a past cookware line from Pampered Chef. But I still use it a lot because when it's just Jim and I here, or maybe just one of the kids here, this is a great size. But if I had everybody around or extra people, I would do the same purpose in this big nonstick pot, which is a multi-pot with a steamer. So both of these have the ability to save you a ton of time and a ton of dishes, because on the bottom of this, I have some potatoes that are ready to be boiled to make my mashed potatoes. And then on the top of this, I have the green beans that we're gonna steam. And so you literally cook them at the same time on top of your pan. All right, or on top of your stove, I mean. So just a great use, and then literally these wash out, wipe out with a paper towel. Again, if I had a bigger crowd, this one actually comes with a silicone steamer that you can change the size. So you could put 10 pounds of potatoes in the bottom if this was a holiday, and you could open up the steamer to even be a bigger steamer if you had 5 pounds of asparagus or something that you were doing. So non-stick cookware is really for those of you that love to get in and out of the kitchen in a hurry. Maybe your specialty is frying an egg or something like that. But for those that want to take a bit more time cooking, or you kind of care how it looks, using a piece of the stainless steel non-stick line, which I'm going to lift up and show you close because I think you can see the webbing. So this gives you the beauty of the results of stainless steel. But one of the biggest complaints people make about stainless steel is that it's a little bit more work to clean it up. And that is 100% accurate because we've had all stainless steel in our line before. This nonstick, because of that webbing, it's got the stainless steel webbing in the nonstick. That gives you the searing ability, the dark brown that you want a chicken breast or a pork chop or my tonight's sour cream Swiss steak to sear on. But yet I can wipe this out with a paper towel. Or guess what? These even can go in the dishwasher. So this is one of the 2 skillets that comes in this line. We also have a big wok. So back to the recipe tonight. I'm going to dredge the minute steak in the flour, salt and pepper, butter. I'm going to have this on the stove heating up. I will get the pan hot before I put in a tablespoon of olive oil, then get the oil hot before I put in the minute steak to sear. I sear them both 3 minutes on each side or till nice dark brown. Then I will turn the heat way down to low. And then what I will do is I will top it with onion. And this is the simple slicer. I have an onion in here. The simple slicer is truly exactly its name, you guys. The only thing it does is slice. And the only thing it runs is 3 thicknesses right here, or you slide it to lock so that it won't cut yourself that way. And when I'm using it for this recipe, you put on the finger saver, whoops, the finger saver on the rails, you put your onion, you use the pusher, push it over the top, and I think it's set up so you guys can actually see. And then I literally will just slice my onions so that they're done, and I didn't have to do any of that by hand. And then you can take these and break them all apart into your pieces if you want, into the rings, and use however many you want. But I will layer a layer of onions on top of the Swiss steak that I've browned. Then I will put about 8 ounces of fresh mushrooms, half a cup of water, turn the temperature way down and put the lid on and let it simmer for about half hour, 40 minutes. If you were using round steak, that takes a little longer than minute steaks because they've already been tenderized. And then I will slide the meat all to the side, and you literally add some sour cream into the juices and whisk that in until it makes your sauce or gravy that I can then top on the mashed potatoes. So that kind of gives you the process and the steps for this. And then the Rock Crock line was the 3rd line of cookware. I've talked about Rock Crocks a lot on other lines live, so I don't think I need to talk about it tonight. And the 4th one is the cast irons, and we've been talking about that a lot on lives too. But I just want to let you guys in on a little secret because Monday, June 1st, we're adding to the line. So this is the pan I've showed a lot. It's the 10-inch size. I absolutely love this. But on Monday, we're adding to the cast iron line with a set of the individual skillets. And you guys, we've had a lot of fun with these already. We've made pizookies, which are like cookie pizzas that you serve warm with ice cream. We've made individual breakfast skillets. I did frittatas in these, and you use them just like you use cast iron. One of the things the kids want to do is make the s'mores dip in here that you can do right on the grill or on a campfire. So these come out on Monday. So if you're a cast iron lover, which I know lots of you are, that set joins the line on Monday, and you can get that as well as you're going along. And then a couple comments on the strawberry pie I mentioned. It has a chocolate crust. And so in our cookbook, if you have the cookbook and you're following along with that, it was a pre-made crust from Keebler. And I don't mean Oreo, you guys. It's chocolate flavored, not Oreo. Big difference. Well, we can't find it anywhere. Keebler has not been our friend. So I made a homemade chocolate shortbread pie crust that was super simple. I took a cup of a cup of softened butter. And then I took a cup of flour, less 2 tablespoons, okay? So I took 2 tablespoons of the flour out. Then I replaced the 2 tablespoons of flour with 2 tablespoons of cocoa, so unsweetened, baking cocoa. And then I added a half a cup of powdered sugar. And so I just used the pastry blender and I cut the butter into the flour, cocoa, and powdered sugar mixture. It was a wonderful dough. It was super simple to work with. And then I just patted that chocolate crust into the pie plate, as you can see, and baked it and then cooled it. And then the strawberry filling is fresh strawberries. You mix up strawberry jello with vanilla pudding, but not the proportions on the box. It's in the book and I can't remember what it is right now. And literally pour that over the strawberries and set it up in the refrigerator. So super fast, delicious chocolate strawberry pie. And then the loaf of bread, you guys get it. Easy. Making bread's easy if you follow the recipe and get your yeast to rise. So just a fun thing to do for a comfort food birthday dinner, which is what Stephanie chose. And we're gonna let her pop on here and I'll move some things out of the way so she can show you the birthday drink we're having because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And I'm excited that you guys are here. And while she's getting set up, I will just continue to talk to you a second about my Feeding America anniversary fundraiser. Thank you so much for those of you that have participated on that, because we have provided over 7,000 meals locally, and my fundraiser goes on through Sunday night at midnight. So if you're still wanting to order anything and contribute to that fundraiser, I've posted my link several times, but I could put it here tonight too in the feed if you want. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Really a cool thing. Pampered Chef's donating 30% of your orders right to Feeding America that funnels the money back to our local food banks right here. So that's a really cool thing, and I just wanted to share my appreciation for that. And then last thing I was just going to tell you is if you've been watching this and you need some meal plan or recipe ideas, one of the cool things people forget about on our website is the recipe search button. So go to, hey, you're getting birthday wishes, Steph.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. One of the things you can do is go to my website and hit the recipe tab. And what gets such good marks about it is you can either put in the word like chicken and it'll populate all the chicken recipes that you might want to make. Or if you have a Pampered Chef product, like maybe the deep covered baker or the Rat Crack Dutch oven or the spiralizer, and you want to use it more, you can put the name of the product in the search and then it will populate all the recipes for that product too. So lots of fun ways to do that to help you out with some meal planning coming ahead. And I'm a big believer in, if you're gonna, cook some chicken breast for tomorrow night's meal, cook extra so you can make a different meal with it. Same with anything ground meat, ground turkey, ground beef, whatever. So, but thanks for joining us on our Friday Night Lives, and here is your cocktail of the day.
Hi everyone. First off, I wanted to say thank you so much for all of the birthday wishes that I've received today and that people have been posting on my mom's timeline photo that she shared and right now in the live. I've just had a really good day so far and feeling the love, so thank you. But without further ado, tonight I am going to be making for you kind of a spin on a Shirley Temple called a Dirty Shirley. So the ingredients that we're going to be using are this Grey Goose vodka, cherry noir flavor. There's a lot of cherry vodkas on the market, but this one gets pretty good reviews, so that's what we're going to be using tonight. A little bit of grenadine or maraschino cherry syrup, just to 7 up. We're using diet. You can use whatever lemon lime soda you like, and then a couple cherries for garnish. So this one is just a really simple, easy cocktail to make. So we're going to start by just putting some ice in our glass here. And grabbing the vodka. And this takes 1.5 ounces of whatever cherry flavored vodka you purchase. So I'll put that in the glass. Next up, I will just do a little splash of grenadine. Go easy on the grenadine. You can always add more, but can't get it out of there. So go easy and add more if you want to. And then I will be topping it with the 7-Up. And we have Rainier cherries here at home. You can use maraschino cherries or any other kind of cherries that are in the store. These are our favorite cherries and they just came back in season and they are really good. So if you haven't tried these, I would encourage you to try it. But now I'm just going to stir the drink a little bit. This is what it looks like, a pretty pink color, kind of like your kid's Shirley Temple. Just gonna drop the cherry in, and cheers everyone. Happy Friday.